Hello and welcome to the Johncast, the podcast for cool and smart kids. This is your oasis from homework, vegetables, and your parents. A couple weeks ago, I taught you about vegetable avoiding and vegetable neutralization. However, those sneaky parents have a new tactic: vegetable deception. They simply hide kale or spinach or whatever it is inside of your brownies or your cookies. This is a horrible practice, and in order to detect this deception, you must follow these 3 rules. First rule is feed it to your little brother or sister. That will ensure your safety. It's like a little bit like a food tester in the ancient times. If your taster drops down dead, then there's probably a vegetable in your food. If you don't have a sibling, then you can try and use this method of lie detection. Ask your parents exactly what is in the brownie or cookie or whatever they just offered you. If they avoid direct eye contact with you, then they might be lying. If you see any sweat on them, then they might be lying. And if you can feel their heart rate and it goes up a little bit, then they might be lying. Finally, third method of vegetable detection is the atom splitter. You can find these from most mad science shops, and once you get one, put a small part of your brownie or your chocolate chip cookie inside of the splitter. Hopefully it'll split apart all of the brownie atoms, and then you can see if there are any traces of vegetables inside of there with a vegetable psychoanalyzer. You can also get those from a mad science shop too. Those are my 3 basic rules of vegetable detection. Make sure to follow them, whatever you do. Don't eat it if you suspect there's detection and you could not determine it. Like, say you don't have an atom splitter or your parents are really good at lying to you. Do not eat it if you suspect anything. Better to be safe than dead. Speaking of vegetables, I got this question the other day.
You've got mail.
Hello, John. I am Joseph from New York, and my question to you is, what do you do when your parents give you the biggest bowl of the yuckiest, ickiest vegetables that have ever existed?
Well, Joseph, first, don't forget the number 1 rule of vegetable survival. You have to eat them on a big plate, so that way you can spread them around, and it makes it look like you've eaten all your vegetables. Well, really, they're all spread around, so your parents won't even be able to tell, because they're looking at Facebook all the time. But if your parents aren't looking at Facebook and are watching your every move, and you don't have a big plate, well, here's what I'll do. First, I squeeze my finger, because I'm really scared of those vegetables. But then I take some holy water and pour it on there. It'll flush the little demons all the way down to where they came from. Well, it looks like we've got another question.
You've got mail.
Hi, John. I'm Mallory from Tennessee, and my question to you is, what is your favorite book?
Well, Mallory, that's a really good question. I've read lots of books, so I can't really say which was my favorite. I'm about 11, and my favorite books are The Hunger Games and The Maze Runner are really good. I liked the 5th Wave series, just more of a young adult, and if you're younger than me, like 8 or 9, then I would check out the Magic series by Angie Sage, or Harry Potter if you haven't read it yet. So thanks for asking that great question, Mallory. So yesterday I was at my friend's house, and my friend's dad challenged me to a game of chess. And I'm like, sure, why not? So I play this guy, and I beat him in 15 seconds. 15 seconds? That might have been my fastest win ever. And here's the kicker. This guy was a full-fledged vegetarian. Another triumph over my mortal enemies, vegetables. Here's my hard question of the week. A truck is trying to cross a bridge that is 1 mile long. The bridge can only hold 14,000 pounds, which is the exact weight of the truck. The truck goes through halfway and stops. A bird lands on the truck. Does the truck collapse? Find out the answer at homeschoolson.com/podcast. Alright guys, here's a quick trivia question. Who invented fireworks? It was the Chinese. They invented gunpowder, but they didn't actually use it for guns. They called it fire powder, so they used it for fireworks. One man decided to use the fireworks to try and fly. He strapped a bunch of rockets to a chair and lit them all. Then he sat in the chair. After the fireworks went off, people looked for the man. Was he in the sky? Nope. Was he on the ashes? Nope. Was he in the ashes? Yep. The man was the ashes. So let that be a lesson to you kids. Don't go attaching rockets to your skateboard. It's an asinine idea. So you'll never believe what happened 2 nights ago. My dad was trying to open up the window to get some fresh air, but there was a lizard between the window and the screen, so my dad didn't want the lizard to get in the house, so he quickly closed it, but the window caught the lizard's tail, and the tail got severed off, was flopping around on the windowsill, and there's a lizard with a bloody butt -1 tail and between the screen and the window. Now my dad couldn't open up the window even though it was really hot because he didn't want the lizard with the bloody butt to get inside and snuggle up with him while he was sleeping. Me? I locked myself in the bathroom the whole time. Well guys, that's all. Thanks for listening to the Johncast. Remember, the green fruit counts as a vegetable. Rate, review, and subscribe on iTunes. And see you next Monday.